Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, Jugmaster3, and yeah, finally it's time for the top 5 the month of March. So yeah, the previous month that has just gone. I mean, I say just gone, but then again, this I mean, we're almost like at the half of April right now, so I should have made this video a long time ago right now, or at least 2 weeks ago. But well, anyway, that's how it goes sometimes. But this is going to be the 5 best films that I watched during that month. So yeah, here we go. At number 5, we have The Banshees of Inisherin from 2022. Fairly new film with Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson. Very special type of film, I would say. It's a weird, like, drama thriller type film, you could say, about these people just really bickering with each other, and it just goes to the fullest extreme when it comes to that. So it's a weird film because it has a very many similar, like, weird parts to it. Like, it has like much drama and thriller and stuff, and they also have some weird comedic undertones to it as well, like within the film itself, even though there's some really sad and really tragic things going on. So yeah, I mean, it's a really one of a kind type of film, I would say. So I really appreciated this film. So yeah, The Banshees of Inisherin at number 5. And number 4 is a film that I watched, which I really appreciated as well. Now, this is a Danish film, and it has Kim Bodnia in it, who is probably most famous for most people for the Pusher film, at least the first one. I don't think he was in part 2 or 3, maybe flashbacks. But anyway, then again, he's probably most famous for Pusher. I'm not really sure, but this one was called In China They Eat Dogs from 1999, and this is sort of like a weird, like, it's like a comedy film, but once again also a film which has some serious undertones to it as well. So it's a really nice blend of like action, drama, thriller, and comedy film. So you could say, yeah, really dark humor in it as well, which I really appreciated. I mean, I'm a sucker for dark humor in general. So um, yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it. This is definitely a film that I don't think you should read up too much about before watching it. But yeah, it's a really nice sort of like crime type film in general with really great comedic undertones to it. So yeah, in China They Eat Dogs at number 4. And number 3 is a film that really reminded me of sort of like older, like, I wouldn't say older, but like 2000s, like survival horror type films, you could say. So it's basically like, I don't want to compare it with that film, but I mean, if you compare this to The Cave from the mid 2000s, it has the similar type of like atmosphere when it comes to the whole survival aspect of it. But this film is called Abigail from 2024, last year. Um, I've heard some decent things about it. I mean, usually when there's like a new film coming out, I don't really feel the rush to, or like, not, I don't really feel that I need to rush out to watch it right away, because usually it's like a really big hype about some of these films, and usually I'm a big um, I'm just very disappointed when I rush into a film like that. If I'm just gonna trust the hype, I usually want to wait until the hype really goes away, basically. So, but anyway, Abigail, it kind of also reminded me a little bit of From Dusk Till Dawn, because obviously this is not really a big spoiler, but it's sort of like a vampire film. But yeah, I thought the acting was good. I mean, some of the characters are really annoying, but then again, most of the annoying ones, they get taken care of quite fast in the film, or like pretty early on. So that's really good. That's really like fun when you actually have like some characters that you just despise, and they actually end up getting mauled and slaughtered like in the beginning of the film. I thought that was really nice that they did that. Um, and I would say the acting is good as well. Really amazing blood and gore effects in this one, though. Really, really cool. And I think they actually talked about this one on the special features that I saw somewhere, that they used so much blood and gore effects to the point that, I mean, they really wanted it to have as much practical effects as possible. And damn, they really succeeded with that in this one. So yeah, Abigail at number 3, definitely a film that I can see myself rewatching in at some Halloween, or like, yeah, anytime basically. So yeah. Then at number 2 is one of those films that you could say you could sort of like compare this to Gus Van Sant's, is his name Gus Van Sant, but the guy who made Elephant from the early 2000s. You can also compare this to Zero Day, I believe was another one, which has had to deal with school shooters and stuff, or like massacres and stuff in like high schools and stuff in general. Now this one is called Run, Hide, Fight, which I believe is some sort of like type of word you use whenever you're in that type of situation. First off, you run, then if that doesn't work, you hide. If hide doesn't work, then you have to fight the perpetrator basically, or the perpetrators if that's the case, which it is in this particular film. So it's sort of like about these shooters, and obviously the people in this store, not in the store, but in the school has to defend themselves basically. So really nice, intense film. Sometimes some of these films can be a little bit pretentious and a little bit preachy when it comes to like the subject matter and like how you deal with stuff in general. But I thought this film was very entertaining, and it didn't really feel forced down your throat, because usually that's really the case when it comes to some of these films, that you just really need to shove their message down your throat, and you just like, you need to listen to this and whatever. I thought this one did an amazing job with like portraying all of these events, and like the acting was great, and dialogue was really cool as well. I mean, there's not really any big complaint that I have about this film. I mean, the ending was sort of like a little bit weird. I mean, I wouldn't say the ending was terrible, but it just kind of ended, and I was like, well, I wanted it to wrap up in a different way. So maybe that's the thing I can criticize it by. So yeah, Run, Hide, and Fight at number 2. Now at number 1, we have a film which was based on a book which I have not read, but this film really blew me away, and it's a really sad story, but it's a really amazing and well executed film, I would say. I mean, maybe I wouldn't have said the same if I had read the book before this, but it's the film called Where the Crawdads Sing from 2022. And like I said, it's based on a book, and this is a drama film. This has a whole lot of similarities with To Kill a Mockingbird from the 50s, sort of like courtroom type of drama film, because there's very many like sequences which builds up to this, like what really happened and stuff. So it's sort of like a timeline where you jump back and forth between all of these timelines, with the main character being a young kid, and then when she gets a little bit older, and then the courtroom thing and stuff like that. I don't want to spoil a film for you, because this is yet another film that I want you to go into this film without knowing almost nothing about it. But if you do like really sad films and really great drama films in general, go check this one out. This one really blew me away. I actually gave this one a 10 out of 10, which I think there's only 2 other films that I've given 10 out of 10 so far this year. So that tells you a whole lot that this is an amazing film. So yeah, anyway, that's it for the top 5 of the month, for the month of March. Next one is probably going to be probably the last 2 parts of the horror films that deserves a DVD or Blu-ray release videos. I think I have at least 1 or 2 parts for that before I'm probably pretty much done with that series or whatever. So, and then after that, I'm probably gonna get a hold of myself, and then just make an update video, because there's lots of movies just running around. Not running around. Damn, movies don't run around; they lay around in the room. Anyway, I don't really know what I'm talking about right now, because it's pretty late in the evening as well, and I'm probably getting tired, and that's the reason why I can't speak. So apologies for that, but yeah, hope you enjoyed this particular video, and yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.